bibigay ako ng mga other activities, no, for this particular topic. Ito na ba tayo? Okay. May kulang pa. Si, ano, wala pa. Si Lime. Si Jolina lang, dito na, no? Okay. Okay, Jolina, before we start, I will ask you a question. What are the different steps in computing subnets? Ano yung mga steps in converting or computing the subnet or subnetting? May steps tayo na binigay last time. Ano yun? Steps in computing. Sino ba yung may ano dyan? May copy? Do you have a copy? Step number 1, ano yung una? Hindi, meron tayong binigay na steps. Step number 1 is how many hosts per subnet ba? How many? Yung merong formula na 2 raised to x minus 2. Wala na. How about the others? Okay, so first is, ano kasi, how many hosts per subnet? Okay. Na yung formula nito is 2 raised to x. Pinyan ko na lang. Ito yung current symbol natin. Ito ba? 2 raised to x minus 2. Where x is equal to number of host bits. So number 2 is how many subnets. Okay, so yung how many subnet, pino-compute natin yun by 2 raised to y minus 2, wherein where y is equal to number of borrowed bits. Okay, number 3, what is the interval? Formula natin dyan is 256 minus the new subnet mask. Number 4 is host range. What is the host range? What are the host range for each subnet? And number 5 is what are the network and broadcast address H subnet. So those are the questions that we need to answer in subnetting. Nakalimutan nyo na yan? Okay. So let's give an example. Okay. Ayan. Going to record our discussion today. Okay, so let's now, since we were going to discuss the subnetting using Class B and Class A, okay, IP addressing. So let's have first a recap on how to compute the subnet or the subnetting if you are using Class C. Remember yung Class C, yung pinaka-konti, no, na host. So I'm going to give an example, okay, and then you're going to answer. So for example, ang requirement natin is we're going to use class A addressing, class A addressing with the network or the IP address to be used is 192.168.20.x. So yung X, depende yan, no? Since this is the host part, so kahit na anong value nito. Okay, now, our given is you're going to need to, you need to have a host of at least 20 computers. Okay, ito yung given natin. Now, ang kailangan natin makuha is you're going to give the host range, okay, of the second subnet. Okay, so yung second subnet yung gagamitin natin host range. So remember, ang subnetting, ginagamit natin yan to lessen the broadcast effect of the network. So if instead of using the regular IP address settings, okay, iniiba natin yung settings niyan para at least mabawasan yung broadcast effect. So remember, ang broadcast effect ng Class A is the number of hosts. So remember, the number of hosts that we can connect, sorry, this is not Class A, this is Class B, Class C. The total number of broadcast effect of Class C is, or the total number of hosts that we can connect in Class is 254. Am I correct? That is 2 raised to 8 minus 2. Okay, nandun yan sa table nung diniscuss natin last time. So you can connect up to 254 PC. Kaso ang gagamitin natin is only 20. Okay, number of computers na gagamitin 20 lang. So yung 254 sobrang laki niyan. So we need to divide the network so that 20 computers can fit to it. Okay, so yan yung main purpose bakit tayo nagsasubnet. Okay, so let's now compute. Okay, let's first answer number 1. Number 1. Okay, so let's call on Mr. Nardi. Let's start with Nardi. Nardi.
Sir.
Okay, what is the answer for question number 1? So question number 1 is how many hosts per subnet? And it uses formula 2 raised to x minus 2.
Ano po, sir? 2 raised to 5, sir.
2
2
raised
raised to 5.
to 5. Wherein yung 5 natin is x, and x is the number of host bits. Bakit naging 5 yung host bits?
Kasi po, sir, 32 po yan.
Okay, so evaluate natin kung tama. Di ba remember, ang network formula ng Class C. What is the network formula of Class C? Network formula, Class C. N dot N.
Tatlong N po, tapos ang H, sir.
H. Tama. Okay, ngayon, yung H, babaguhin natin, gagawin natin, di ba, ang H means 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, 8 0 yan as default. Am I correct, Marty? Tama? Marty?
Sir.
Tama?
Opo.
0. Okay. Ngayon, yung 20 computers na to, umisip ka ng powers of 2 na malapit sa 20. And that is 2 raised to 5 according to you. What is 2 raised to 5? 32, di ba? 2, 4, 8 is equal to 2. So, yung 32, siya yung pinakamalapit sa 20. Am I correct?
Opo, sir.
So, bibilang tayo ng 5 from the right, from the left. From the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5. So, hanggang dito lang yung host natin. Okay, hanggang dito. And then, yung tatlo rito, babaguhin natin to, gagawin natin 1. Ito. Kasi 5 lang ang kailangan natin para sa 20 computers. 0 lang. That is 32 computers all in all, or 32 hosts. And then, we have here 3 barrel bits. So, tama yung answer mo, 5. 5 and 2 raised to 5 minus 2 is equivalent to what? 32 minus 2 is 30 hosts per example. Okay, so that is the answer for number 1. Okay, so okay na tayo kay number 1. Okay, let's go now to number 2. Okay, dito na tayo kay number 2. So, number 2, answered by si ano? Si Factor. What will be the answer for question number 2? Factor? John Rainier. Ako, nag-login lang yata tapos umuwi na. Ayun, left the meeting na. Okay, Wawi.
Sir, di ko pa po nagagawa yan. Nasa HTML pa lang po ako.
HTML naman.
Opo.
Diniscuss na natin to last time. Hindi ko ka pa sa bahay.
Hindi ko pa po nagagawa, sir eh.
Hindi, pero diniscuss na natin yan. So, it means, alam na natin yan. Alam na natin i-compute. Tsaka nandiyan naman, ayan na yung steps.
Hindi ko pa po sure, sir.
Basahin mo yung steps and then you can answer it. Makikita mo na yung answer.
Hindi ko pa po magigets yan, sir eh. Inuulit-ulit ko pa lang po yan, sir.
Okay, Jelina. Take over. What is the answer? How can we get the how many subnets? Okay. So, 2 raised to. Okay. Yung y natin is the number of barrel bits according to the rules. O, kung titingnan mo rito, nasan yung barrel bits? Ito yung barrel bits, di ba? Yung 1. So, it means that it's 2 raised to 3 minus 2. So, anong answer natin dyan? Okay. Kasi, ang 2 raised to 3 is 8. So, 8 minus 2 is 6. So, we have 6 subnets. Okay. So, that's correct. And lang, nandito lang naman. You don't have to, check your notes. Kasi, ito na nga Binagay ko na nga rito Okay, next, number 3. What is the answer? What is our interval? So, the interval can be get by 256 minus the new subnet mask. Okay, ano ngayon ang new subnet mask natin? Okay. Titingnan niyo ulit 'to. Okay? Dito lang makikita niyo na yung new subnet mask. So remember ang n, okay? N is equivalent to 255. Diba? Another n, may n na naman tayo, tatlong n yan. So it means tatlong 255. Okay. What is this 3? equal to. Ano yung equivalent ng tatlong barrow bits? Binigyan ko kayo niyan ng note. What is 3 barrow bit stands for? Ilan? Okay, that is 224. Okay, paano naging 224 yan? Inad yung 128 plus 64 plus 32. Diba remember? By powers of 2. Okay? So we have here 3 barrel bits. So that is equivalent to 224. Okay, that's correct. So ngayon, ito na yung new subnet mask natin. So we just type here 224. Ano ang value? 256 minus 224. Uy, 256 minus 224. The answer is okay, 32. Pero don't forget to put dot. Okay? So ibig sabihin yan, yung address na gagamitin mo is .32. Hindi yan decimal. Okay? Remember, IP addressing tayo. So it means the first subnet, di ba remember, may subnet tayo dito. The first subnet that you're going to use is .32. So that is our interval. Okay. So next, number 4 and 5. Yung 4 and 5, masasagot natin yan using a table. Di ba sinabi ko sa inyo last time, you're going to create a table. So first is the subnet. We have the network address, NA. Then we have the FH, first host, LH, the last host, and the broadcast address. Okay? So ngayon, dito na tayo, yung first host natin. Take note, ang pinapakuha lang is give the host range of the second subnet. So you don't have to compute all. Okay? Kasi kung lahat, 6 na subnets yan. So hindi naman 6 na subnets ang kailangan. Kukunin lang yung host range ng second subnet. Okay? So let's go back. So ang first subnet natin will be .32. Bakit .32? Kasi yan yung interval. And interval, yung sagot natin sa number 3. Yung second subnet niyan, okay, let's go now here, is mag-plus ka lang ng 32. So that is .64. Okay? Yung third subnet niyan will be 64 plus 32. 64 plus 32 is .96. Okay. Then, wag na natin kompletuhin kasi ang pinapakompute lang naman is the host range of the second subnet. When you say host range, ito yon, yung first host to last host. Then, let's compute. Okay, what will be the network address for that 32? So, mag-add lang kayo ng isa. So, this will be .33. Okay? Dito sa broadcast address, mag-1 kayo to the next subnet. Kung 64 to, so dapat ito, .63. Mag-1 lang kayo. Okay? Then you can now get the first host and the last host. So the first host, mag-add kayo ng isa sa network address. So this will be .34. And this will be, yung last host, mag-minus kayo sa BA ng isa. So this is .60. .60. Okay, that's 62. Tama? So, ito lang yung kailangan natin, yung host range. Tatandaan nyo pag sinabing host range, that is from FA to LH. Okay? So, ito ngayon yung first subnet. Subnet number 1 to. Yung second subnet natin, sorry, mali pala to. Sorry. Ulitin natin. This is NA. This is not network address. Ito yung subnet. Okay, yung S that represents the subnet. Okay, so ulitin natin. Ang first host natin becomes .33 hanggang .62 kasi yung 63 broadcast address niya. So this will be subnet number 1. Ito subnet number 2. And this is subnet number 3. So according to the computation, you can compute up to 6 subnets. Okay, pero hindi na natin kailangan kunin yung 6 kasi hanggang second subnet lang yung pinapakompute. So this will be, ano yung sunod dito? This will be, what is the broadcast address? Dot? Okay, dot 95. First host? Dot 65. Last host? Dot 94. Okay, ngayon, ano ang answer dito? Give the host range of the second subnet. So, ito yung answer. Itong dalawa. 65 to 94. So, the correct answer here is from 192.168.20. Ito no? 65. That's 65 up to 192.168.20.94. Ito, hanggang dito. So, pag gagawa kayo ng network, you start with 65, ang 66, 67, hanggang 94. Okay? So, that is now the correct answer for this given. Okay? So, remember, class C siya. Tapos, ang number of hosts lang niya is 20. Okay? So, kung 20 yung host niya, pag pinapahingi yung host range ng second subnet, so that is from 65 up to 94. Okay, based on this computation. Any question? Yeah, so, okay. Okay na. Okay, paano ngayon kung ganito ang given? So, this is given number 1. So, going to create notepad, another notepad instance. Create ko na rito yan. Ito na natin gagamitin. Okay, so let's create another problem. For example, in our problem, we will still use class C. Okay? Next, ang given natin, halimbawa, ang IP natin, IP address to be used is 192.168.30.x. That means, ito lang yung hinahanap natin yung dulo. Okay? Paano kung ang given? Kasi kanina, ang given natin, kung titignan nyo yung given, the given is host yung given. Okay? Ngayon, babaguhin natin. Paano kung iba ang given? Ang given niya is the new subnet mask. Okay, the new subnet mask to be used is 255.255.255.240. Okay? Yan yung given. Okay, ngayon, the question is, or yung hahanapin nyo is, give host range of the first subnet. Okay, so that is the first question. You need to give the host range of the first subnet. Okay, number 2, second question. Maglagay tayo ng second question. What is the broadcast address of the second subnet? So, dalawa yung question. Ano yung host range at ano yung broadcast address of the second subnet? Okay? Dali lang ha. Okay, so let's go back and answer this. Okay. So ito yung mga questions natin, 1 to 5. Of course, you need to get the answer for these two questions based on these steps. Okay, any idea from the group? Paano kaya natin masosolve yung yung question na to using these five steps? Okay, and this given. Take note, the given is new subnet mask of 240, 255, 255, 240. How do we get the answer for these two questions? Any idea? Sa Oo, magbe-base tayo sa 240. Very good. Ito nga. Ngayon, alin dito sa mga question na to or sa mga steps na to yung uunahin natin? Are we going to start with number 1? Can we answer number 1 for this question? Sige nga, answeran mo nga. Okay. Okay, ako muna. Okay, in this particular question, or for this particular given, you cannot use number 1. Bakit? May given ba na X dito sa given? Meron bang host bits na given? Wala, di ba? Wala tayong host bits na given. Okay? So it means you cannot get the answer directly. Pero may pero yan. Okay? Pero actually pwede mong makita. Okay? Paano makikita? Gumamit ka ng network formula. Diba? Ang network formula ng class C, kung natatandaan nyo, is n.n.n.h. Tama? At yung H, alam natin, ang katumbas nito is 8, 0, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yan. Ngayon, yung 240, alam mo na kagad na may subnetting na nangyari. Okay? Merong subnetting na nangyari kasi nag-change siya to 240. Okay? Since nagkaroon siya ng 240 dito, alamin mo kung ano yung ibig sabihin ng 240. Ano yung ibig sabihin ng 240, ang tawag dito? Jelina. Yun. 240 is equivalent to 4 borrowed bits. So, anong ibig sabihin? Palitan mo yung 4 dito, gawin mong 1. Yan. Kasi ang ibig sabihin ng 240 is 4 borrowed bits. Very good. Buti nakita mo yon. So, since meron kang 4 borrowed bits dito, so ginamito mo ngayon. So, meron kang 4 na borrowed bits at may natirang 4 din na host bits. So, in that case, you can now answer number 1, you can now answer number 2, and definitely you can now answer number 3. Okay? So, number 1, sa question number 1, that is 2 raised to x. So, ang x natin is number of host bits. Ilan yung host bits natin? 4. Diba? 4 na 0. So, this is not 3. This is 2. So, 2 raised to 4 minus 2 is equivalent to what? 14. Tama? 2 raised to 4 is 16. Minus 2 is 14. So, 14 host. Pwede mong i-connect. Okay, question number 2. Pwede mo na rin masagot yan. That is 2 raised to, remember, ang y represents the number of borrowed bits. So, ang borrowed bits natin, ito. Okay? Take note, parehas lang sila na 4, kaya parehas yung magiging answer nito. This is also 14 subnets. Okay? Bakit sila parehas? Itong number 1, ang kinukuha niyan, itong 4 na 0. Yung number 2, yung 4 na 1. Okay? So, that is now the correct answer. O, yung number 3, madali na lang. Bakit? Kasi yung number 3, that is 256, at alam na natin yung given, yung 240. So the given is 240. So i-minus mo yan. What is the value? 16. Okay, so our interval, don't forget to put the dot. Okay, so our given is dot 16. Nagigets ba? Okay. Now, after putting here the dot 16, the next thing to do is number 4. Okay? So yung number 4, pwede na nating ma-answeran yung host range. So actually, ang gagawin mo na lang dito yung 4 and 5 kahit na hindi nyo na isulat. Ang gagawin nyo na lang is you're going to create a table, di ba? So ang table natin, remember, meron tayong S, meron tayong NA, meron tayong FH, first host, we have LH, the last host, and we have the BA, which is the broadcast address. Okay, so this represents subnet 1, subnet 2, subnet 3, and so on. Ilan bang subnet lahat yan? What is the total subnets? 14. So, huwag nyo nang tapusin yung 14. Kasi ito, first subnet lang naman ang kailangan, tsaka second subnet. So, dito lang maglalaro yung value. Okay, so, yung first network address natin is, what is the value? First subnet. Yung given. Yung interval. So, this is that 16. Okay, the second network address is that 32. The third subnet, that 48. Very good. Kasi ipa-plus lang yung 16. Okay, next. Broadcast address naman tayo. So, this will be that 31. Minus 1 lang sa next subnet. No? So, this will be that 47. Very good. 47. Okay, then, huwag mo nang i-compute yung third kasi second and first lang naman ang kailangan. So, para sa first subnet, kailangan mo ng host range. So, ito yung kailangan mo. Ito dalawa, yung FH and LH. So, this will be that 17 up to that 30. Okay. Then, yung number, so the answer for number 1 is 192.168.30. That, saan tayo mag-start? Sa first host. Which is that 17. Okay, up to 192.168.30. That, ano yung last host? First subnet. 30. So, 30.30. So, this is now the answer for number 1. Okay? Ito yung answer natin sa number 1. Okay, for number 2, what is the broadcast address of the second subnet? Ito yung second subnet. Broadcast address. Ito yung BA. So, ito yun. So, the answer is... So, the answer for number 2 is 192.168.30 at 47. Ayun, nag-solve natin yung problem using these steps of subnetting. Any questions? Wala. Magtanong na kayo kung hindi nyo na yung hindi nyo naiintindihan dahil pagdating natin kay Class B at saka Class A, mas malaki yung kailangan nating learning. Dapat kabisado natin si Class C before we go to Class A.
Sir, paano po rin ako yung sir, yung sa new subnet mask po yung 1 equals to 128, sir. Tapos 2 equals to 192.
Di ba meron tayong binigay na may binigay akong copy niyan last time. Kalimutan niyo na. Yung sinasabi ko mawala lang ng isang linggo, makakalimutan na eh. Di ba? Tingnan mo to Tingnan niyo tong Excel na to. So, parang ganito yan, Ito yung tatlong N. So, N, that, N, that, N, that, N. That tatlong N. Okay, then this is now the dot H. Dot H natin. Okay, ito, laging 255 to, di ba? 255 at 255 at 255. Okay. Then yung H, represented nito is ilang zero? That 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Walong zero. Okay? So, paano ba natin susulat kung walang zero? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yan. Okay. So, parang ganyan. So, ito yung tatlong N, ito yung H. So, sa class C, ganito yung itsura niya. Okay, ngayon, remember, yung walong zero na to, parang ganito yan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Parang ganyan yan. Okay? So, kita natin. Tanggalin ko to. Wait lang. Okay. So, bilangin lang natin. This is... Okay, ito yung walong zero kanina. Yung nasa taas. Ito. Binaba ko lang dito. Ilan to? 2, 4, 6, 7. Kulang pa ng isang zero. Okay. So, remember, you need to convert this into binary. Okay? So, syempre, yung 2 raised to 1, laging 1 to, di ba? Then, this is 2. This is 4. Powers of 2. 8. This is 16. This is 32. This is 64. And this is 128. Okay, ano? Ngayon, based sa computation natin, 4 na 1. So, ginawa mong 1 to. 4. O, ngayon, i-add mo lang to. O. Di ba? I-add mo lang to. What is the value? O, 128 plus 64 plus 32 plus 16. That is 240.
Okay po, sir.
Okay? Binigyan ko na kayo ng ano niyan eh, ng table niyan eh. Pagka may isang borrowed bit, that is 128. Pag dalawang borrowed bit, that is 224. Pag tatlo, that is, pag dalawa, 190 pala yan. Pag tatlo is 224. Pag apat, is 240. Pag 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pag lima is 252. Pag 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pag anim, 254. Tama ba? Hindi pala. Pag lima, 248 pala to. 248. And then this is 252. And this is 255. Pag walo, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ano? Yan yung ano natin. Kaya ito, yung 255 dito, it means, ano yan, walong 1 ang ibig sabihin yan. Okay? 255, di ba? May 255 tayo rito. Ibig sabihin yan, walong 1 yan. O, ito lang yung pinapatandaan ko sa inyo. Ayan, no? Para hindi na tayo nagtatanong. Kagaya dito, 4 na borrowed bits. O, di ano ba yung 4 na borrowed bits? O, 240. Di 240 yan. Kasi wag nating pahirapin ang buhay dahil meron ng way para mas madali nating maintindihan. So I just want you to memorize this. Ito lang, memorize nyo. Okay? Okay, so let's go back. Solve na pala natin to. Ngayon, let's try to test your memory. I want you to answer our question in subnetting using class C, using class C mode, without computing. Try to use your mind, yung utak natin, to compute the questions without computations. IT kayo eh. So dapat pag tinanong kayo ng mga ganitong question, you can answer this without notes. Okay? Nakakahiya naman kung dadalhin nyo pa to. Dadalhin nyo pa yan para lang masolve yung mga problems nyo in networking. Okay? Kailangan masagutan natin to ng walang notes. Can we try it? Pwede ba natin i-try? Uy, itong mga to, ilan na lang estudyante ko, hindi pa na sumasagot. 4 na nga lang kayo, hindi pa kayo sumasagot.
Ako, sir, magpa-practice pa.
Hindi, walang practice. Ngayon ang practice. Kailangan matutunan mo to ng walang notes. Okay? I want you to focus on these questions and try to solve the problem without doing nothing. Wala kayong i-compute. Okay? Utak lang ang pagaganahin. Okay? Let's try. I'm going to remove this. Okay. And then, this is still the addressing thing na kailangan natin. Okay. Now, ready na? Ready? Okay. Ay, sumagot. Bahala kayo. Basta mag-iisa ka, hindi ko nakikita yung mga camera niya. So, dapat wala kayong katabing notes dyan. Okay? Wala kayong katabing papel, lapis, or ballpen. Susolve lang to sa utak. Okay? Can I request you to open your camera? I want to see all of you. Please, Miss Lime, si Jelina, si Marvin, tsaka wala yata siya. Open camera tayo. Yan. Pagigising lang yata nila.
Si, sir?
Wait lang po, sir.
Marvin, tsaka si
Nasa labas po ako eh.
Ba't nandiyan ka sa labas? Nasa basketball court ka yata eh. Si Jelina, nasaan si Jelina? Ito yung mga matitinong estudyante. So, dapat kayo, kaya nyo mag-solve yan ng walang gagamitin na notes. Okay? Hintayin natin ng konti. Tagal eh. Yun! Okay lang kahit may background ka. Basta wala akong nakikitang notes dyan. Tsaka O, nasan yung iba?
Sir, wag mo na hintayin, sir. May babasok ko yun.
Okay.
Sir, dahan lang ha. Dahan-dahan lang. Charot.
Tandaan lang to. Okay. For example, paano kung ang given natin is subnet? Nang wala mag-resolve ba? Yung total subnet natin is at least magbigay kayo ng 3 subnets. Ngayon, ang question, ito yung given. Okay? Ang question natin is, what is the new subnet mask to be used? And number 2, what is the host range of the second subnet? Yan. Maganda na to. Okay na yan. Okay. Let's solve this. Walang Walang pangalan nito. Walang notes ha. Sila walang notes. Mukha lang nakikita ako. Hindi ko naman. Yun! Okay.
Hindi nga ako makagalaw eh.
Si pangalan nito? Ayun! Nabuhay si Mati. Okay. Solve natin ha. Walang notes ha. Okay. Analyze. Okay. Ang tinatanong, subnet mask at saka host range. Okay. Ako siyempre magsusulat ako dito based dun sa computation natin. Pero hindi tayo magko-compute. Okay. To solve this, ang first easiest way, since subnet ang given. Subnet ang given, no? Di ba? And based dito sa steps, ang subnet, ito, that is question number 2. Tama ba?
Opo.
Question number 2 is how many subnet? 2 raised to y. And what is y? Number of borrowed bits. Tama? Okay. So meaning, pag na-answeran mo yung number 2, alam mo na yung borrowed bits. Pag alam mo na yung borrowed bits, alam mo na kung ilan ang host bits. At ma-answeran mo na lahat yan. Okay? So, let's answer. Okay. How many borrowed bits do we have? Gamitin ng daliri. 3 subnets. Okay. Pag 2 raised to 1, that is, pag yung una natin is 2, di ba? Kasi di ba, dapat 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. So, yun yung bilang natin. So, 2, that is, gamitin yung daliri. Okay, yung unang daliri natin, that is 2. Yung second na daliri natin, that is now 4. Okay, can you use 2 raised to 2? Palitan nyo yung y, gawin yung 2 raised to 2. 2 raised to 2 is 4. Kaso may minus 2 ka rito eh. Take note, di ba? So kung may minus 2 ka rito, it means kukulangin. Kasi 2 raised to 2 minus 2 is 2. O, di kulang, 3 yan eh. So dapat 2 raised to 3 ang gagamitin. Nakuha? Nakukuha ba? Okay. So, ang ina-answeran natin ngayon, question number 2. We cannot answer question number 1 right now. Ang pwede lang natin answeran is question number 2. Okay? So, meron tayong 2 raised to 3. What is 2 raised to 3? 6. Diba? 6. Ay, di pala 6. 8. 8 minus 2 is 6. So, 6 subnets. Yun yung pinakamalapit para dun sa given. So, therefore, okay, ang network formula na gagamitin mo rito is n, that 3, tatlong borrowed bits, and then 5 host bits. Correct? Okay? So, ito yung result. Itong tatlo na to, that is the result of 2 raised to 3. 2 raised to 3 is 8 minus 2 is 6. So, it means, ito yon. Okay, baguhin natin. Halimbawa, paano kung ganito? Tingin ulit dito sa monitor. Paano kung ang given natin is 12 subnets? Anong pinakamalapit sa 12? Daliri. So, yung unang daliri is 2. Pagbilang lang kayo. 2. Yung pangalawang daliri, 4. Yung pangatlong daliri, 8. Kulang pa rin yan. 8 eh. Yung pang-apat na daliri, that is 16. So, okay na yon para dito sa 12. Remember, may minus 2 pa yan. So, 16 minus 2 is how many? 14.
14.
So, sakto na yung 14. So, ito, babaguhin mo na ngayon to. Gagawin mo na itong 4 na host bits and then 4 na borrowed bits. Naintindihan ba? Kapag subnet ang given. Sandali, i-open ko yung camera ko para makita mo. Ganito ang pag-solve niyan. Yung camera ko. Yun. Yan. Okay, so option, change, apply visual effect. Effect muna, konti. Dito. Kunwari nasa dagat ako. Okay, let's solve. Okay. Paano kung halimbawa 12, di ba? Kanina 12. Ganito lang gagawin. Ito yung daliri mo. So, sarado yan. Okay, bilang tayo. Pinakamalapit na host bit sa 12. So, this is 2. Ito pala, yan. 2. Ito hindi kita. Yan. 2, 4, 8, 16. 2, 4, 8, 16. 2, 4, 8, 16. 2, 4, 8, 16. 2, 4, 8, 16. 2, 4, 8, 16. 2, 4, 8, 16. 2, 4, 8, 16. 2, 4, 8, 16. 2, 4, 8, 16. 2, 4, 8, 16. 2, 4, 8, 16. 2, 4, 8, 16. 2, 4, 8, 16. 2, 4, 8, 16. 2, 4, 8, 16. 2, 4, 8, 16. 2, 4, 8, 16. 2, 4, 8, 16. 2, 4, 8, 16. 2, 4, 8, 16. 2, 4, 8, 16. 2, 4, 8, 16. 2, 4, 8, 16. 2, 4, 8, 16. 2, 4, 8, 16. 2, 4, 8, 16. 2, 4, 8, 16. 2, 4, 8, 16. 2, 4, 8, 16. 2, 4, 8, 16. 2, 4, 8, 16. 2, Okay, kung ilan yan, yan yung borrowed bits. Okay, kung may 4 ka na borrowed bits, syempre may 4 ka rin na host bits. Tama ba?
Ah,
So,
opo.
ito yung borrowed bits mo. Sinulat mo na rito yung borrowed bits mo. Ito ngayon yung host bits. Yan. Yan yung host bits. Okay, let's change. Paano kung hindi subnet ang given? Okay, paano kung host ang given? Okay, halimbawa, ang number of hosts niya is 20. Okay? So, balik natin to. Gawin natin tong, as default, di ba, class C is 80. Yan. 20 host bits yan. Okay, from the word host, you can answer question number 1. Okay, wherein, yung X, yung daliri na makukompute mo, yan yung number of host bits. Okay? So, again, bilang ulit tayo. 20. So, 2 yung una, 4, 8, 16. Kulang yung 16. So, 32. 5. So, ano tong 5 na to? Host bits or borrowed bits?
Borrow bits.
No. Host bits yan. Look at this. Look at this. Question number 1 tayo. Question number 1. Kasi ang given host eh. Ano? Ang given host. Host ang given. So, that is question number 1. Ano? How many hosts? Pag nakasulat dito, subnet, yung second ang answer nyo.
Oh.
Okay? So, anong ibig sabihin nun? Yung 5 na na-compute natin, itong 5 na to, host bits yan. Okay?
Okay.
Kung host bits yan, it means this 5 is 0. So, anong gagawin mo? Magbilang ka ng 5 0 dito. Siyempre, kung 5 yung 0, yung 1 mo rito will be 3. Kasi ang total yan is 8. Kuha?
Opo.
Okay, baguhin natin. Paano kung ito, ang given is network or subnet. Okay, ang subnet natin is 12. So, ano pinakamalapit? 2, 4, 8, 16.
4.
16. So, yung 4. Ano tong 4 na to? Borrowed bits or host bits?
Borrow bits.
Yun, borrowed bits. So, ibig sabihin, isusulat mo rito,
4.
4 na 1,
4 na 1.
and then 4 na 0.
4 na 0.
Okay, kulang na isa. Naintindihan? Okay, ano kasi ulit yung question natin dito? Ano kasi ulit yung question natin? 12 subnet ba? Let's say yun na lang. Hindi. 8 or 6. Nakalimutan ko na eh. Okay, let's say 4 na, 4 na lang. 4. Okay, kung 4 yan, bilang tayo sa daliri. 2,
2.
4. Hindi pwede to. Hindi pwede yung 4 kasi may minus 2 pa yan. So, this is 8.
3. 3.
2, 4, 8. So, yung 8 minus 2, that is 6. Yung 3 na to, host bits or borrowed bits? Borrowed bits. So, subnet yung given eh. Subnet. So, ibig sabihin yan, meron kang 3 1 at saka ilang 0? 5. Very good. Kasi ang total niyan is 8. Nakuha? Nakuha ba?
Nakuha na po.
Basta't yung given, titingnan nyo, host ba or subnet? Pag ang given is subnet, yung kukunin mong answer dito, 1 dapat ang representation. Okay? Pag ang given dito is host, yung 2 raised to something, kung ano man yung makukuha nyo, sa 0 magre-reflect. Okay? Okay, ngayon. So, 4. Okay na yan. So, for subnet, you have 3 borrowed bits. Okay, kasi 2, 4, 8. 8 minus 2 is 6. So, okay na. Okay, ngayon. Ano ang ating new subnet mask? New subnet mask is 255. Siyempre, yung tatlong N, tatlong 255 yan. And what is this 3? What is 3? Uy!
224.
224. Very good.
224. Ah, yes, nakasagot din ako tama.
224. Okay, ngayon. Ito yung answer natin. What is, di ba, ano, what is the answer? What is the new subnet mask? Ito yung answer diyan.
Oh.
Tama? New subnet mask. Ito, yung question number 3. Kung ano
Opo.
yung subnet mask na na-compute mo rito, yan yung answer mo dito sa question na to. Okay, so na-answeran na natin. Okay, now, ito ngayon ang masakit, yung host strings. Okay, host strings. Okay. So ano daw dapat meron dito? May S subnet. This is, ano kasi? Network address, broadcast address. Sa gitna nito, may first host and last host. Okay. Pangilang subnet ang kailangan? Pangalawa. Ayun, diba? Pangalawa. Second subnet. Okay, ngayon, para makuha mo yung NA, yung network address, kailangan mo sagutin yung number 3, yung interval. Kailangan natin ng interval. Kasi kung ano yung value ng interval, yan yung lalabas dito. So, how to get the interval? 256 minus 224. Ilan? 32. Very good. Tama. 32. So, yung unang subnet mo is .32. Tama?
Opo.
Yung second subnet mo, so 32 plus 32 is .64.
64. 64.
Okay, hindi na natin tatapusin yan. Okay, what is now the answer? So, syempre, this is 192.168. 30.
30.
At ano yung host range ng second subnet? O, ano yung, kailangan pa natin ng third. Ano yung third? What is the third subnet? Network address. Okay, o yan, makukuha na natin. What is now the host range of the second subnet? 63. Second subnet? 64.
64.
Up to, what is the last host?
96.
Oh, 96. Network address yun. 95. Broadcast address yun. Dito yun, sa baba. Minus 1 pa. Yun, .94. Oh my God. My God. Okay. Ngayon, subukan natin. Answeran natin ng walang notes. Buburahin ko to. Buburahin ko to. Buburahin ko to. Buburahin ko to. Buburahin ko yan. Buburahin ko to. Okay. Ito lang yung given. Okay. 4 subnets. Tingnan yung daliri ko. Daliri lang titingnan. 4 subnets. Okay. Pinakamalapit sa 4. 2, 4, 8. Tingnan nyo lang yung camera ko, 8. So, 3. Ano tong 3 na to? Network bits or borrowed bits?
Borrowed bits.
Borrowed bits. So, kung meron kang 3 borrowed bits, ilan ang host bits mo?
5.
Okay, very good. Diba? Para magiging 1, 1, 1, tapos 5, 0.
0,
Tama?
0, 0, 0.
Isipin nyo lang. Okay, ngayon. What is our new subnet mask? Ilan yung borrowed bits natin?
3
Okay,
po.
so this will be 255, 255, 255.224. Tama? Okay, ngayon, kukunin na natin yung host range. Okay. Para makuha natin yung host range, kailangan natin ng interval. So, 256. Diba? Ito, yung get the interval. 256 minus 224.
32.
Okay, .32.
That's 32.
Okay. Yung .32, yan yung first subnet. First subnet, .32. Second subnet, Second subnet,
64.
64. Third subnet,
96.
very good. Okay. So, para makuha natin yung first host, di ba, 32, 64, 96. Yung gitna natin is 64, di ba? Yung second
Apo.
subnet. So, 64 plus 1.
65.
So, doon kayo mag-i-start. 65. Yan yung second subnet. Up to, yung third subnet is 96. Di ba? Tama? Minus 1. Yung
95.
95, yun yung broadcast. Yun yung broadcast. Mag-minus 1 ka pa ulit. O, yun.
94.
Ayun na, yung answer.
65 to 94.
O, lagyan mo na lang to ng 192. 168.1.30. Di ba? You can solve it on your mind. Okay? Hindi pwedeng laging tingin kayo ng tingin ng notes. Kailangan nasusolve natin yan walang notes. Okay? So, kaya na. So, this is now the correct answer. Tama yan.
Apo.
224. Okay. Let's solve another one. Last. Okay. Paano kung hindi subnet ang given? Ang given is CIDR. Ang CIDR, yan yung may slash. Slash 24, slash 16, slash 8. Diba? Yung CIDR. Nasa ano yan? Nasa network address table nyo yan. Tingnan nyo na lang. Okay. For example, ang given natin is slash 28. Slash 28. Okay. Ngayon, ang question dito is, what is our new subnet mask? Okay, sige. Okay na yan. Question na yan. And then, what is the host range of the second subnet? Yan. Same question, pero iba lang yung given. Ang dali lang yan. Mukha lang mahirap, pero madali lang yan. Okay. Tingin ulit sa daliri. Tingin muna ulit sa camera. Yan. Ano ang default CIDR ng class C? Yan sinasabi ko. Patay na naman tayo. Ang default CIDR ng class C is slash 24 class. Nasa table yan. Binigay ko yan. Diniscuss natin yan last time. Okay? Tulad ko na nga. Ang C is slash 24. Ang B is slash 16. At ang A is slash 8. Okay? Default yan. When we say default, pag gumamit ka ng class C, automatic slash 24. Okay? So, okay na. Let's go back. Dito. Ang given natin, CIDR slash 28. 28. Ano ang default ng class C? Ano ang default? Slash
24.
24. Ilan ang difference? From 24, naging 28.
4.
4. 4 ang difference. Ano tong 4 na to? Host bits or borrowed bits? That is borrowed bits. Borrowed bits yan, class. To explain more, ganito yan. Yung slash 20, ilan kasi? Slash 24, no? Ang slash 24, ito yun. Ano? Di ba remember, ang IP address is an octet. So, 8 plus 8 plus 8, 8, 16, 24. Kaya naging CIDR is 24. Okay? Ngayon, naging 28 siya. Naging 28. Anong ibig sabihin yun? Yung tatlong N, yan yung 24. Okay? Plus 25, 26, 27, 28. Kasama yung 4 na borrowed bits. Okay? Pag yung given, naging slash 27, ibig sabihin yan, 3 lang yung borrowed bits. Naintindihan? Slash 27 means 3 borrowed bits. Eh, no? Kasi 24 na yung tatlong, di ba tatlong 255 is ibig sabihin yan, tatlong 8. So, 24 yan. Yan yung standard. Okay, pag naging 27 yan, yung sumobra sa 24, yan yung borrowed bits, tatandaan. Okay? So, let's go back. 27 yung CIDR.